Alright guys, I'm here with my friend Oscar.
We're gonna analyze some pairs.
Pairs that happened this week. Unfortunately, this week we had not such good luck. The pairs are really choppy. Not a lot of movement, and when there is movement, it's really unpredictable. The reason why I lost around $50 this week. Well, it's not really that big of a deal. I'll make that back
Monday.
We'll probably make that back next week if the markets are behave themselves. Oscar here lost around $2,000, but he'll make. I mean, trading, you have to have no emotion for it. You actually just need to concentrate and trade your plan, and eventually you'll make money either way. So right now we're just gonna go over some of the trades that we took, and after I just put in around 3 trades this week. It wasn't that big of a deal. All 3 were losers, around 40-50 bucks I lost. Last week we went neutral. There was no money made. Around this year, well, I'm probably closing out around 28% of increase of my account this year. I haven't been profitable I haven't even been profitable a year, so that's pretty good. If you go to the bank and tell them, hey, I can turn your account around 28%, they'll fucking hand you money easily. They'll fucking blow you money. So, I'm serious. Go to a chick. Yeah, they'll fucking give you money. Like, here, bitch. All right. Well, we're just gonna go over the pairs that we took, the pairs that could have been a good ass trade, and then we'll go head over to Oscar, and yeah, we're gonna go over the news too, and yeah, let's hit it. All right. Let's start off with AD and CD. This is one of the pairs that I trade the most. I've made around a lot of money with this pair. It's very predictable. If you have the right numbers, the right trends that you have going on, you can see that it's basically play itself out. So let's go back to the daily, right? You can see there's a lot of momentum in every other trade. I stuck around this point. It was stuck around 1.11 for 100 to 1.10 200s for the longest. Let's look. You can go to the hourly chart. You can see that it has what? You can see that it has been in this little back and forth, starting friggin' last month of November, 3rd of November. It's just been at this little space going back and forth. And we actually took a sell around the 14th of November, my bad. And we actually made a lot of money on that trade. I've made about $60-70 in that trade. So yeah, it was a good week that week. And see, it tried to break these levels, but it was just a false breakout. We'll be going over that later on, hopefully around sequel 2, if it manages to get that far. But yeah, it's just been going back, and it just broke this complete 1.10 200 line. And we were actually going to go long. We actually went long the 5th of December when it hit this big breakout, and it was oversold to 60. It gave me all the go signals. It was right after news. There was no big impact going on. It hit the line, but unfortunately, it just didn't cooperate and it completely blew down. So now what we're hoping for is for a return to a pullback from this side back to the 1.10 190s like it did back in the 28th of November, and we took a sell here as well, and we made around $70 as well. And we're hoping for the same thing, 1.10 200s for a sell in that point. And yeah, that's the AD and CD, and that's basically how I made a lot of money out of it, and I lost money. But you're gonna lose money, you're gonna make money. The only difference is you have to make more money than you lose. If you lose,
You gotta cut your ratio.
yeah, you have to cut your losses quickly. If you see that it's gonna go down lower, cut your losses. So you can be right, you can be wrong 50% of the time, but if you lose $40, but the other time just right, you win 80, you're still profitable at the end of the day. So if we go to daily, we can just see where the big resistance area is actually. You can see that it hit this number again. It hit this number again. It's just been going back and forth in this line. Back in the beginning of 2017, it hit this line. It completely rejected it and went down like 5,000 pips. As well as here, it's been around this area as well. So you can see around, it hit this part. Yeah, it hit this line as well. So you can see there's a lot. That line is very, very, very important.
How many pips did it went?
What here?
Yeah.
It went all the way down here. It's from a 1.10 to a
Should I upload it here?
1.04.
Why? Can I upload it?
From here,
Upload to what?
you can see that it
To YouTube?
at one
Oh,
point, it
because I'll
sold to
just go here
1.10
and I'll just
200 and it
do
went
the
all
thumbnail.
the way down to 1.04 200.
If you would have sold it, you would have made a lot of
Yeah.
money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This pair, you can make a lot of money. I mean, you can make money on a lot of pairs, but this is one of the pairs that I actually like to trade because it's very volatile at some points and it's very predictable when the market wants to cooperate with you. So yeah, that's just one of the pairs that we're looking at. Hopefully, it reaches back to the 1.10 200s for a sell and to recuperate the $50 lost and more. Because if it goes back here, we can possibly see a break through the 1.09 500s. All right. Let's see another pair. Okay, here's a good example of how the markets are really, really unpredictable at this time. I sent out a buy signal around the 28th of November for a buy on the GBP USD. And then out of nowhere, there was unexpected Brexit news, which completely caused like a lot of liquidity in the pair, causing either to go up and down, and taking a lot of traders out of the trade for either wins or losses. But if this wouldn't have happened, we would have seen around 2,000 pips of profit. But you know, the market happens the way it happens. It doesn't care about you. It doesn't care about your family. It doesn't care if you're new. It doesn't care if you're new. It doesn't care if you're pro. It doesn't care. It doesn't care.
It's just a server.
It's just basically, yeah, where you make a lot of money, you can travel the world.
It's a machine.
It's a machine invented by people that if you know the code, you crack the code, you can.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, because I'll go tell you why I bought this pair. Sorry. That's Leo behind the camera. I'll go more in depth in why I did what I did, why I sent out the buy signal, because it has been the same thing. This is the key with pairs. Every time there is support or resistance, if you can find the right support or right resistance, you will be spot on. You will make a lot of money in this. Because look, you can see a lot of volatility back in from the 1.32 700s for the 1.35 600s. My bad. It has been trapped in that zone for a while, a long time. Yeah. From say when it hits this part back in the not starting of 2017, but like halfway through 2017, it hit this 1.32670 to the dot, and it completely just bashed down, and it broke this the line, and it just completely went back to this. It broke the resistance line, and it went back and forth, and that would have been a lot of buy sell opportunities. Buy sell. You could have bought it here. You could have sold it here. You could have waited for the sell here. You could have bought it here and completely taken off. But there are so many opportunities, and this is just one pair. Oscar here, he trades multiple pairs. I only trade about 5 to 6. He trades basically all of them, which that's why he makes more money. But for me, you master 5, 6 pairs, you'll be set. So that's the reason why I put out a buy. A lot of resistance and support in this level here. You can see from 2016, it completely just stayed on this level and then returned and stayed on this level. And when you go to the 4-hour chart, you can see as well, even more clearly back here, boom, it hit this line, right? And it didn't close on it. It didn't close. It closed below this line. So that tells me that if the Brexit wouldn't have hit, it would have been a successful trade and made a lot of money out of it. So that's another trade that.
Wait, can you tell me where where is it at right now?
1.33800.
1.33800. I think that if it breaks the one, if it goes below the 133, then that pair specifically should drop down to we should be looking at the 1.30ish. But if it goes above the 1.33, then we should be looking to hit the 1.40s. That's what I think.
Yeah, it's completely fine. But yeah, that's one of the pairs why I have tried to master and still learning. You can always learn from the market. The best teacher is the market because it'll teach you emotional control. It'll teach you everything. Teach you a lot of discipline as well. So if you're not disciplined, you'll lose a lot of money from the start. NCD USD. All right. This is one of the pairs that I love a lot, cause what?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Because it's the same thing, support and resistance. And being honest, dude, this is all you need to know. Honestly, keep your chart simple, guys. No reason why you put
A lot of indicators.
A lot of indicators. Just maybe use one, maximum two. I use two, but I don't really use the bottom one here. I use the top one. I don't know why I still have it, honestly, but it just looks cool.
Actually, the only ones that would probably be benefited would be
RSI.
just the RSI.
That's the one I use. And it's the RSI or the stock electrics and shit like that. See, I don't even know the names. I just know how to use them. That's how you use it. No. So the reason why I actually took this trade at the beginning of at the ending of October. I put a buy. This was before we started the signal services. So this is all very new. We're just doing this because we love to help people. We love to interact with you guys, and we connect because we have the same passion for it. We've been doing this. He's been doing it longer than I have. He's been profitable for longer than I have. Don't get me wrong. Like, you can lose a lot of money in the start if you don't have the right mindset and that. But I had the right ambition. I wanted to do this, make this work, because I knew if I made this work, I would travel. I can travel the world while make money and just have fun in life instead of the 9-to-5 job. Where most people have to wake up at 9 and freeze their asses off when it's cold. And yeah. All right, let's get to this. The reason why I bought this is because it did a nice double bottom in here from around halfway through 2017. It completely shot up, and it completely hit this bottom line to the pip, and that's known as a double bottom. If you guys don't know, where it bounces off and it hits the same point and shoots back up. That's known as a double bottom. Same thing with a double top. It goes up, it goes down, and it hits it to the pip again, and it goes down. My bad. But that's just one pair, right? Now, if you go all the way back, like all the way back from 2016, 2017, 2015,
You look at the yearly chart.
yeah, the daily chart is to look at the most,
Oh,
and
the
even
chart.
weekly chart as well. You can have to go
The monthly
when
chart.
you starting out with. This is just because I customize what that benefits me. You can customize it all the way you want. But when I look at trades or when I look at a new pair, I go all the way back to the weekly chart to see, okay, where's the movement, where are the monthly support, where's the monthly resistance, where's the weekly, all of that. So you can see all the way back from 2015, you can see it has bashed on this line. It just been completely killing it, being denied twice in a row, until it actually broke. Now, when you go back to the weekly chart again,
No, go.
when you go back to the weekly chart, you can see it has completely stayed on this line too. Boom, twice right here. Another one right here. Let me get it closer.
There's one in my backpack.
Right here. It's just been staying on that line, that little momentum, getting rejected often and enough from all the way from back from 2005. So all the way from 2005, guys. So if you actually go and take your time, look at the pair, analyze it well before you take any trades, you will actually see that it's not complicated at all.
Your phone's on acid, bro.
It's getting overheated.
Okay, it's back up.
Touch the screen. It's like touch the back end. It's like hot, huh?
Yeah, it's a little bit toasty.
Yeah, take it out. Just,
He needs a new phone.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, you just like end it before like it actually
Okay.
like overheats.
Okay.
We'll just go back up when like 30 minutes after it
Okay.
My bad, guys.
That's just Facebook. Facebook's off.
We had no viewers anyway.
Alright. We had one. Don't know where that. Oh, we had 2 viewers. Wait.
I wasn't.
I know, but it.
Okay, tell them to get on Instagram Live then.
Okay.
How many viewers do we have on Instagram Live?
Well, you had 1 viewer. You had Richard or whatever. But he's
There's
not.
one more?
No. Facebook. One of them was him. The other one was, I don't know, one person.
That wasn't me that time. Wait, did you tell the channel? Did you tell the channel?
Here.
Thank you. So all the way back from 2005, we've been seeing this. That is just this one. We have seen that this 0.68 200 level is really, really vital to this pair. And we can do the same thing with the 0.71, the 0.69. It just all depends if you're looking at the chart correctly. Here GBP, I still make some good money out of this, but I don't really look at it too often because it's really, really sometimes very unpredictable. It can go back and forth, back and forth. USD CAD. There's another pair that completely just didn't care about the points, the resistance and support lines. It just completely broke it over and over again. Like you can see here, it just broke it over and over again. It broke it here as well. It actually went for a sell here on the 1.27780 because when you go back to the daily, you can see back from around halfway over 3/4 of 2017, it hit this level as well, and it just completely bashed down just killed the market. So that's one of the reasons why I put a sell in there as well. And you can go all the way back here, back from 2015, it did the same thing. Back from 2015, back 2016. So it's
You get an idea.
you get an idea of how I trade. He trades differently, probably. I really asked him about his trading style. We just know that it's both profitable over the long run, and I just need to grow the balls to put a bigger lot size, which these faggots are like making fun of. But eventually, if y'all stick enough, I'll probably put
His new nickname is Pussy Lot.
pussy lot, yeah, for the moment. But yeah, that's for USD CAD. Your USD don't really trade. Like y'all, I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this because it's one of the most traded pairs. But for me, Euro USD, that's one of the most traded pairs. Yeah, Excel. That's one of the most traded pairs. That's where like the new people go and trade because it's a lot of liquidity. It's very, very predictable. But I don't really trade it as much. I don't really, as much as people hate it here. I don't really like this pair.
So I sometimes heard why trade the like. I had a friend that traded, like I have a friend that trades this professionally, and he was like, why trade something of the 2 major pairs, right? So why trade 2 strong pairs if you're gonna buy or sell? So he was like, it doesn't make any sense
Yeah.
because you're going against 2 of the most powerful currencies in the world, and that does make sense. But then sometimes
When you're new, you're just excited to get started. You don't want to follow the rules, but you have to be really, really disciplined to learn this. And there's a saying: it's the hardest way to make easy money. That's what people say. The professional traders that I talked to before meeting Oscar, the people that hit me up, I just thought this is the hardest way to make easy money. You can lose $2,000 like that, or you can win $2,000 like that. But if you make your own trading plan that you analyze, that you backtest. I backtested so many trading plans that I thought were profitable, but in the end, I looked at, calculated the percentages, it wasn't adding up. With this trading plan, I can see with my pussy lots, I'm still up about 40%, 30% of my originally capital. So you can see that if I would have put a dollar lot, it would have been 300 or 400%. So it's only been 7 months for me. He's been probably for like 3 years. So I guess it depends on experience. There's still a lot of barriers that I have to get through, but I just want to share with you guys with what I currently experienced, and yeah. Alright. AUD USD. I trade this pair a lot actually.
Australian dollar.
Australian dollar. Yeah. I took this trade in the 20th of November. This is the one. It completely hit it to the pip. You can go back to the 5 minute to see how accurate it hit it to. Hold up, guys.
Excuse me. Was that where you put $1 lot size?
No, I put it on the euro. I put it in the AD and CD. That's where I put the $1 lot size.
AD and CD.
Yeah. So, yeah, so you can see from this time it hit it right to the pip. It did barely any dips negative. Be negative to me. I didn't start off losing much money, and it just completely skyrocketed. And I was
skyrocketed.
I was in profit completely. That's what I'm telling you guys. If you find a trading plan that's profitable, that will make you money in the long run, trade that. There's millions and millions of profitable trading plans. You just have to find the right one that suits you. Maybe his trading plan doesn't suit me, and my trading plan doesn't suit him. It just depends. The reason why I took this trade for a buy, you can see as well, it completely just stayed on this level, back, stayed on this level, stayed on this level. You can see all the way back from 2016. The market doesn't lie. You can go to the news, they can tell you lies. This is the market. You just read it, like you're reading a book, but you know, it's fucking lies. It's very complicated at the start. First, when you log in, you won't know what the fuck you're doing, honestly.
Yeah.
If I tell him, hey, put up your charts, he won't know what the fuck he's doing. But he's new, and he's learning. He wants to learn, so that's respect for him for that. Because many people just want to focus on their studies when their parents told them various times, hey, be a doctor, be this. But he wants to be something different. I started off the same way. He started off the same way, and we're trying to break that barrier. We want to do a lot of things because life is about, you know, experiencing new things, not getting stuck to a paycheck. And I see that it's possible. It's possible. It just depends how bad you want it, how bad you want to succeed, and how bad you want to see the world. Because the world's a beautiful place. You can see in Texas it snowed.
Yeah,
and
today
we
for the
never
first
seen.
time.
It's been a long time since we've seen snow. So I would have just imagined, what if we had money? Because you don't need a job, you need an income. That's what you need. If you find income, yeah, you can travel the world. You can go to Canada, see snow for the first time. You can go to Cancun and fuck bitches there. It just depends. You can go to Europe. That's what, open your eyes. And that is what trading has allowed me to do. I've been able to quit my part-time job at Subway doing this. I make a little bit less than part-time, but I got time all the time in the world. All my friends are working, and I'm just, what the fuck do I do? So I just started hanging out with these guys because they're doing the same thing. They're trying to break that barrier. Apparently, right now he's working at a donut shop. He's quitting that job. We're making him quit that job in December. That's him right there. And then that's Ray, right there. His parents don't want him to trade. He thinks it's a scam, whatever. But he doesn't want that. He wants to break the 9 to 5, just like all of us.
Yeah.
So we're nothing but positivity here. We're just trying to help, and we appreciate if you're along the journey. And hopefully we meet some of you guys.
Yeah. Again, so I'm trying to clarify to get it clear on over there on the social media for the people who still tell me that we're a scam. I still don't get why people telling me that we're a scam. The only thing we're trying to do is help people out. We're not charging you
What do you have to lose?
Yeah.
Yes. So that's the same question that I get.
Can you put the link down to the
Is
Telegram channel?
because
I don't think you can do
Which one?
it. Telegram channel.
Telegram?
I'll do that.
Can't reach it. Yeah.
we're gonna link our
Telegram channel.
Telegram channel in the description.
At the end of this,
At the end
or
of
if
the-
you want to DM us for more personal, we can DM us at the end.
So just to be clear, we're not asking you for an email or for.
We're not asking you for anything. We're just asking you to be part of our journey. And if you're interested in trading, we can help you as much as we're helping these
For
people
free.
For free. It's just a community. We're building a community. Don't think of it as a job. Don't think of this
We're not
as your.
asking you
We're
for
not
a
asking
credit
for anything.
card,
We're not
debit
because
card.
if we did, we would have asked you already.
Yeah.
Come on, it's common sense. We would have asked you already.
And we're putting our faces on.
Yeah, we're putting our face on the
Yeah.
line. We don't have to do this. Us personally, we don't have to do this. We could be sleeping right now while making money. We could be doing other stuff.
Yeah.
But we want to do this because we want to help other people. Because I seen people that are really, really desperate, or they hate their job, but they keep on doing it because they have no other way, because school doesn't teach you this. And I feel like for you to be successful, and like all the successful people, all the millionaires, all the multimillionaires, at the beginning they were curious, they wanted to know more, they were questioning everything. Why do I have to learn this? Why am I learning triangles instead of putting or how to learn taxes? How do I start a business? How to find the fucking cosine of a triangle?
And that is
It's all true. Have you ever questioned that? I question that all the time. And
So-
I'm a lazy person. Right? I don't want to be working for somebody. I'd rather be working for my damn self. And that's what trading has allowed me to do at the age of 17. I started at 16. And you can see the pattern here. What
So-
time did you start? You started at 12, right? I think?
no, I started at 14.
14. So you can see he was more curious than me at the start. But we're all getting there.
So
Yeah, you can see where I'm done analyzing my character.
yeah, sorry guys, I don't have any pairs to analyze today. I was just in one, like all my pairs were just.
The hell was that?
What was that, Leo?
This is Oscar, this is the Paris.
Come on, bro. So
The Paris slap.
so yeah, so what I was gonna talk about, I was just in 2 pairs today. I was in the. Let me check, because I recently created a account just a small account, you know, because I'm
$100.
yeah, a $100 account
You already put
because
0.25 You already put 0.25
something my friend over here wouldn't do.
I have a $1,000
in
account that I
20
grew it
years.
in, and I don't even put the 20.25 loss.
So as I was saying, I was telling him yesterday that we went hang out a little bit we went to go eat some burgers at Whataburger. And I was telling him just a little bit of advice, you know. I was telling him, I know that your trades are really like, they're on point. Like, they're profitable. And he puts small lot size. And that's his only issue, that he puts smaller lot size. And I mean, he learned by himself. I mean, I guess he doesn't want to blow up the account. I mean, I think he still has the scarcity of blowing up his whole account, that it took him a little bit of time to grow, you know, and by himself. So what I was telling him is that if he puts the how do you call this, the lot size on the trade, then if he goes on his way, then he should increase his lot size, because it's already gonna go on his way. So what's happening at the end is, even if you trade at the beginning, if you're gonna get fucked, you're gonna get fucked either way. If you have a bigger lot size or if you have a smaller lot size, it don't matter your lot size. At the end of the game, it's the risk that you have. So he was just like, oh, you're right. So what I recommend everyone out there, if you're trying to make money,
While being profitable and while managing the risk.
start off with the smaller loss.
Yeah, so if you have like a $200 account, put a 0.02, and if you see it going your way.
You saw my trade, right? I put in a 0.5 in a $100 lot, a $100 account, and I saw that it went my way for at least 20 pips. That's when I decided to put a 0.25. So I don't know if you guys can see that.
Checking.
So there's the 2 trades. You see the original account has been, the balance of the account is 134, and he has been just made $34 today before the market closed. Actually, a minute before the market closed, probably 20 seconds before the market closed, I was able to close those.
You're good, bro.
So
Appreciate it. Yeah, so you could see the power of Forex, and when you can make just sitting in your bum playing Call of Duty, if you're into that, or you have time, or like, let's say you're a big gym fanatic, right? You love going to the gym, you love being in shape, but your job gets in the way of that. Trading allows you to do this stuff simultaneously. You can work 2 to 3 hours. That's what I do. This is just part time. Imagine if I did this like full time. Yeah, it's just when I have time. sometimes I pull out my phone. Hey, I see this is about to hit my lines, and it's either buy or sell.
So
Yeah, and I put it in, and I just go on with my day, and then probably 5-6 hours later, look at it, and I'm either in profit or I'm lost. But that doesn't really bother me anymore, because if I lose, I'll just learn from it. I'll just analyze the market even more. It'll help me even more. And if I win, okay, it's like, this is my trading plan. I followed all the rules, and this is my outcome. So you have to be really disciplined in this game, especially if you're starting out.
yeah, if you're a beginner, you gotta be really, really, really patient.
You have to be. Oh my god.
And there's a lot of, like, I remember in my, like, I call them baby steps because, you know.
0.25 is a baby step.
All right, when I was learning out, I didn't put 0.25, okay? I put 0.25 when I'm over here more mature, you know,
Yeah.
because it's been what,
5 years?
4 or 5, and I already blew up 8 accounts. I mean, I'm not proud. I shouldn't be proud to say that I blew up 8 accounts, but I mean,
That just
If-
shows the
if it-
determination and the
yeah,
guy
if
has.
it takes 8 accounts or 10 accounts to what do you call it? To benefit you,
Succeed.
to make you succeed, to make you learn,
Go ahead.
then go ahead and
Fall 8 times, get up 9 times.
yeah.
That's it. I blew
It
up
only,
6.
it only,
I blew up
remember
6.
guys, it only takes one time.
To succeed.
You gotta get, pretend, you know those little targets that you have and you're trying to hit them? You only have to make it one time in the target.
Yeah, and then
to
that'll
shoot it.
motivate you to do more, and more, and more, and more, and by the time you know it, you're in a fucking Lambo. So, this is not gonna be an overnight thing. We're not telling you,
This is
hey,
not a
if you follow
get
us,
a
you're gonna
rich
be a professional
overnight
trader
scam.
in fucking 1 year. No, he's been doing it for 5 years, and he's not even rich at all. He has some money for him to be financially stable. I'm making a little bit less than a part-time job, around $50 less, but I have all the time in the world to do my project that I have to do
Keep
for
in mind,
school.
he's a full-time student.
I'm a full-time student, guys,
Yeah,
so just keep that in mind. I just do this part-time. When I learned this part-time.
Does this.
Yeah.
Even though you probably do this in class and the teacher's like, what are you doing?
No,
Put
they
your
become
phone
really
away.
strict. They can be really strict. But yeah, guys,
Yeah.
we're just telling you guys here. We're not telling you that we're gonna make you rich. We're not even rich. So if we're not even rich, we'll make you think you're gonna be rich
I
with us.
know what's the I know you probably should be asking yourself right now, and this is a really important question that you must be asking to yourself. Why should I choose you guys instead of someone who is showing me stacks of money and showing me the lifestyle
Give you
that they
fake money.
live?
You don't know that.
And we can probably do the same. We can do the same thing, and
Entrepreneur 2008.
okay,
What's
and
up, huh?
yeah, so we can do the same thing. We can just go online, go to eBay, and buy some